So, one moment here, please. There we go. I have to make sure I'm on the right one. Sometimes I mess this up. No, we're good. Okay. Welcome to my stream. My name is Louisville the Nub. I am running Tier 6 Hawks and Darks. And probably going to make all kinds of buckets of ISK tonight with it. I mean, I tend to make buckets of ISK every night, but I'll make a special buckets of ISK tonight. So, for your awareness, this is not the easiest thing to do. If you are interested in getting into this, I recommend Hawks in Tier 4s or Jackdaws with 2 accounts in Tier 4s as a starter to get to this, or Tier 3s depending on skills, etc., etc. But don't rush into it. It took me quite a while to get where I am. As you can see over here, I have a lot of successful runs. So don't expect to come in here and be like, I'm going to make Loki ISK, because you might not. Maybe you will. Some people do. If you know what you're doing and you've seen it, absolutely possible. If you haven't, you know, flying towards Tezzeras is going to kill you. They're the battlecruisers. If you have any questions, feel free to hit the YouTube video, which is what it will be later, and you know, throw them at me. That's what I'm here for. I like to show you guys stuff. I like to make ISK. I like to share ISK with you guys. Not the YouTube guys just yet, but I'm trying to think of how I'm going. Actually, you know what? If you YouTube guys are watching this, sir, Dangerous, thank you for the break. I super appreciate it. I wish I could say I was surprised, but I might have known.
Target the Reapers. Target everyone. Somebody fire!
Thank you, man. How was your stream tonight? You got up to 27 people, plus probably a couple more. That's not bad at all. Did you pay attention to how much you made? Let's go there. Bring you in. Bring you in. Bring you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot those guys. Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. Target that thing. Grab these. They'll probably stop shooting us for a second because I want to kill this. You stopped following it. Blasphemy. Eve is all about ISK per hours. Where's your spreadsheet, sir? Alright, let's grab this. Open that. 101 million. Orbit that at 75. Wait, where are you? Dislike you. Where are you? You know what, that should be alright. We'll go 75 here. They're over on that side a little bit. So we should be okay. Well, how much fun per day did you get? Did you put in a spreadsheet for that then, sir? Don't worry, I also had some fun. I currently have an agenda going that I'm not telling you about because somebody could potentially ruin it. But I am going to thoroughly enjoy it for a little bit. Some people are going to profit off of it, and I'm okay with that. Mrs. D, how are you doing tonight? Oh, I mean, absolutely you could. I threw it in Corp chat for you. Just make sure I'm not on Corp chat when I click this thing. Why, so am I.
Yeah.
My little nugget, I don't think really napped today, so she's pretty tired tonight. Except for like the hour when my wife was like, no, please don't nap! And she's like, on the couch. Very sad I don't have AC turned on right now. There's one in our bedroom, but it doesn't really reach here. I'm thinking of swapping my computer with the 3D printers. And that way I can leave the AC on. But 3D printing next to AC isn't necessarily the best idea either, so we'll see.
Oh,
I know, right?
I didn't think of that.
Ermim, how are you?
Look, we
Yeah.
can switch where. Can it go where my computer is? The 3D printer?
Yeah.
And my computer go where.
Yeah, that would probably work. That would make it easier. I wouldn't have to move this desk out of here necessarily.
No.
Since we have the same desks.
Yeah.
I think we have, I know, right? That would, actually, yeah, that would work too. We have lap tables already, so those are definitely here. Pretty good, pretty good. Before you fall asleep then, make sure you go #horde, because you can fall asleep and enter my draw. That's okay. I will still send you ISK.
You said #horde, not
Hash-
whore, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Why? Should I start a Dragon Whore draw?
Yes.
We are starting the new Dragon Whore draw.
No shaming dragons.
Riker, how are you doing tonight?
I said no shaming dragons.
I know, right? Just tell Donkey.
Alright.
Donkey had dragon donkey babies.
I know. I saw all the movies with you.
There's lots of memes for it.
I saw all the movies with you.
But did you see all the memes?
Well, probably not all the memes. My favorite one was the one with Rumpelstiltskin.
Yep.
There we go. There they are.
Do there are. Okay, that guy's reloading. These two need to reload. This is a bit of a longer room, but I mean, it still just takes about 6 minutes, which puts us up on time, so it's not a concerning long room. There we go. Last one going. Cairo Kurosaki, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Why do I have my sound turned up so high? There we go. All right. Last deep washer's dying. Mrs. Dangerous, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Mrs. Dangerous, are you registered with the EVE Online bot for your EVE character? Or DD's character, whichever works? He's got alts. Are you playing EVE right now? My wife tried it and she refuses to play it. She's like, I am not going to go mine for you, Loki. I'm like, but please! And she's like, nah. I'm like, well, mining's stupid anyway. Let's approach there, let's approach there, and approach there. Ooh. Alright, so, yeah, just a smidgen over 6 minutes there, we're good. Nice, nice. Dissipators, entanglers, blue clouds, kind of bluish clouds. So they're going to come here. Not too much for entanglers. A few dissipators, which we're definitely going to want to kill. I'm not a fan of those. A couple more entanglers and stuff on the bottom. We're going to kill the dissipator part first. By dissipator, I mean null charge. There we go. Aww. I definitely need to do some mining sometime. I have more stuff for mining. And yeah, I have the ability and the place to do it and all that. And actually, to be fair, I do want to stream Pockvin mining sometime. So see how that goes. That'll just be terrible and people will try to kill me. It'll be fantastic. Rockno, how you doing tonight? It's alright, DD knows where to get ISK if he needs it. No, he can get it himself. He's not worried about that. Alright, I did not check my pills at all when I started this stuff. Bad Loki, okay. Shield boost. Shield boost. Oh, nice. No negative effects today, so we're good on all of that for an hour. And you can grab the entanglers and illuminators. There we go. Nice. So my stream's probably going to be starting a little bit later than normal from now on. After I moved, I started trying to do it a little earlier so I can go to bed earlier. And now I'm like, wait a minute. I'm kind of being silly. Tomorrow's Friday, and even on if I do it Wednesdays, as long as I'm not staying up till like 11, it's okay. If I stay up till 10, 10:30, that's fine. So I'm going to go back to my 7 to 10, and that is an hour later than about when I was doing it. Trying to do it right after supper was just a little bit more rushed than I actually cared for, so just so you're aware, medium range deviant, we're fine with that. I didn't see a short range in here, so we should be okay. Biocache is right there. Well, that's awful convenient. It's probably approaching it. Yeah. And that's my, like, I'm aiming for bed kind of time, so. Tomorrow I'm playing Magic. Gonna start trying to get out a little bit more because I've been a slacker on that as well. I need friends that aren't online. There's nothing wrong with you guys being online friends. I want you to know that. I just need more friends. Nobody cares about you ever, Marks. 90 million there. Yes. I'm working on getting 10,000 Plex. I'm currently at 6,500. And, I mean, it's just a short-term goal. It won't take me long to get there. Current net worth of this guy is 115 billion. What's this guy sitting at? And 14 billion. He mostly just has chips, though. That guy handles all my other stuff. So I'm doing all right. And so many filaments, because I never want to run out. I'm contemplating if I can... yes, they... so, all the skills that matter are maxed. Like, there's onesie twosies that I'm missing. I'm sure. Probably, maybe. Let's go skills. So, engineering, what am I missing here? Nope, don't need cap. I could use this. Probably nanite interfacing, resistance phasing. Yeah, that would definitely help. So I'm not 100%, but for a lot of the gunnery, for small weapons and missiles, all the support skills, I got those. And shield, I should have pretty well everything. So it's just a couple odd things that I don't have maxed. Because for tier 6, you want everything maxed that you can, because it does all matter. That every little tiny bit of extra damage helps. We got a Charybdis with 3 dissipators, no entanglers. Those look like speed clouds. Not a huge fan of those, but what you gonna do? Okay, so here's the thing. You don't have to fly at Charybdis. You can kind of control where Charybdis goes if you want to. Okay, that's behind us, so we're good on that. We're going to see... I can't even tell what cloud that is, which is part of what sucks about the Abyss from time to time. It's like, hey, is that a blue cloud? Is that a speed cloud? Like, what the hell are we looking at here? So 75 around Charybdis. We're going to put... I guess we'll throw all 3 on Charybdis. Charybdis is the one we need to die, right? Yeah, she looked pretty tired. Like, you went in there with her, and she's like, I'm going to lie on the floor on my stuffy. It's like,
I know.
Yep, maybe you're ready for bed.
She doesn't want, like, I tried to get her to play, and she's like,
yeah.
I'll just
lie on my stuffy. I'm good.
Enjoy playing with the farm animals, Mama.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the red cloud. Red cloud's fine. No webs. Obfuscator doesn't matter. Spearfishers don't matter. Illuminators matter, like, this much, but not when you're 7,500 around. You don't have to fly towards Charybdis in this. You can fly away from Charybdis and kite Charybdis around. However, because there's no big tracking towers and blue clouds over here, I'm fine with being here. If I hit a speed cloud, I'm going to turn my ABs off. It does not look like we're going to hit a speed cloud. You can target that and these guys. So I'm not 100% in survival rate on these guys. I'm about 95 to 99%. To pay these off, I only need to run about an hour and a half profit-wise. If I don't care about replacing the filaments, then it's an hour. So as long as I get about 4 runs in, this is pretty well paid off. If I get 8 runs in, we're looking at some pretty good profit. If I get 20 runs in, which is, I'm further than that now, then yeah, we're just raking it in. I know that this week, this is about my 21st run. So I ran 5 hours, did 4 of them, actually Tuesday, and everything, it's just been a bucket of profit. I've got 7 billion worth of stuff sitting in my cargo hold right now. I do have to pop over to this character for a quick moment and check this. Okay, you look fine, I think. You approach here, shoot that, shoot that, shoot that. We're going to finish up these guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us why I run this. If there's any content that you want to see me do, throw it in my Discord. I'm going to make a suggestions channel or something later, but you can just throw it in the general chat if you want. And if it seems feasible, or if it's not feasible, I'll let you know why it's not. If it is, I'll probably run it. Unless it's Cruiser, I don't really run Cruiser. Yes, I do. So here's the deal. I share tier 5 fits. And the reason being is if, one second here, stop that. No, wait, no, this is going to be the smaller one. Pop that, grab that, is that fit? No. The reason why I share the tier 5 fits is if you can run tier 5, you should be able to make the choices you need to get to tier 6. I shouldn't have to be like, here's my specific tier 6 build. You should be like, okay, I want to be able to use crystals, and that should get me there. I want to roll my booster, and that'll get me there. Like, that I want to be your choice past tier 5. There's a dozen ways to do it. You can roll things, you can get implants, you can whatever you want, but I want you to do that your way. And figure it out. If you ask me for mine, I will give you mine. However, you should be able to do that. If that makes sense to you. I think you two are shooting the same one. You're going to shoot the damaged one, you're going to shoot an undamaged one, and you're reloading. So my fits are on a mix of YouTube. That's going to take you to my Nurgle series that I'm not currently doing, but it does lead to all of my fits there. Also, let me just go grab the Abyss Tracker link. Log in. Authorize. I had been putting these on Abyss Tracker, but it's been a little finicky lately.
So the Steam Deck has to charge. It was on sleep mode.
Oh, okay.
So it lost its charge.
Gotcha.
That's okay.
Alright, so that is done there. We still have some time left. 17 minutes on that one.
Can't charge it in the kitchen. Only charge it in the kitchen.
So the only real difference between the one that I put there and my tier 6 is I have faction BCUs on my tier 6. My tank drops 1 BCU for a assault damage control. Stack that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 358. So about 360 million on that one, which is fairly average. Let's go over here. You just have a yeah, that's right. This guy just has like 2.5 million worth of isogen to throw in. Also, keep in mind that I have done this a lot, so this is something I definitely had a higher loss rate earlier on, especially to the angel rooms. Nobody could really tell me the best way to beat the angel rooms without throwing on like a 500 billionist crystal set. But eventually I did figure it out. It's a lot of overheating and just timing things right, and then you're fine. Oh my god. This is bigger than a normal one of those, but that's alright. We shall go this way. And murder them with divine missiles. There are 0 snare casters in here. So they're not going to catch me very well. If there were snare casters, I might be like a tiny bit concerned, but that's definitely not the case. So as much fun as it is to go in range of a short-range deviant, that's going to destroy your missiles. So they will probably kill you while you're trying to stay in range of it. So you just do not want to. Although I promise you, I thoroughly enjoy doing it when I try it. And if you can get a medium deviant and a short-range deviant, it works fairly well. But, yeah. Unfortunately, that's the problem, is the shield booster is 100 million. There's not a lot of getting around that. Although, you're talking about T3 dual boxing. Wait. I might actually have an answer for you. Let me approach that, just make sure I'm not dying here. Medium shield booster. Okay, so this reps how much? 104 per 3 seconds. 104 per 3 seconds. Okay. Variations. We're probably looking at the Gistum B. No, Pithy B. So here's the thing. You can switch around the Gistum and Pithies and all of that just to find out, like, pick the cheapest of these 6 and you should be okay. Any of those for dual tier 3s would be fine. 75. Yeah, they're all still fairly expensive. The other option, it's not cheaper though, is use A-types. However, A-types are currently more expensive than the goddamn B-types, or than sorry, not the smalls are more expensive than the mediums. So that's not really an option. Those guys are mostly dead. However, what about these? What? Domination medium? 83 in 2.4. And Pitham B is 194 in 3. That's a significant difference. And Gistum B is 124 in 3. So the count, nope. 20%, that's fairly in line with that. What about this thing? 2.4 as well. Doesn't even say what that one is. So the other option is you can take the medium and you can roll it with gravids. And that will increase its shield bonus by up to 15%. How much are the unstables? You can do unstables. Increase it up to 20%. That might be the better option. Open that. 108 million. I guess I should kill these guys. Approach there. So don't underestimate using T2s and the cheaper mutaplasmids. It's fantastic to do. Like, if you have fitting space, let's take a quick look at this guy. So this guy doesn't have a lot of fitting space. Let's say this was 20 CPU, and you had a T2 BCU. Roll it. All you can do is go up. It's not hard to go up from that. To be fair, if you have a damage control and you're in a jackdaw, like 250 mil T3D, I have not been ganked in. Or not very often. Usually it's because I'm streaming. I'm a technician. I fix computers. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Is it plugged in? What? You know that's what I do. I do it to you.
I know.
So, I was gone on a work trip, and Belle called, and she's like, "Hey, the internet's not working." And I'm like, "Have you tried unplugging and plugging it back in again?" And she's like, "Loki, I am married to you. Yes, I have goddamn tried that.
I did that before I called you. I was so pissed.
I did that before I even called you. Don't ask me that. I know better." I'm like, okay, go talk to our friend. So she calls up her friend, and he's like, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" And she's like, "You son of a bitch." It's like, what? It's the first thing we have to do. I'm sorry.
I ended up calling
She did.
Shaw.
She had done that before she even called me.
I ended up calling the internet people.
She ended up calling the company, and they're like, "Yep, there's a problem with your modem. You need a new modem."
Yeah, they were like, "Where'd you even get this?
This
one
is
of
so
our older
old."
models."
Yeah. Yes. Well, okay. It can, but you actually need pretty good skills just to do T2 solo. Jackdaw would be better for it. Jackdaw isn't as much of a DPS crunch. Now, sorry, not this one, but the DPS can. My DPS are 283 DPS. You need about 250 for tier 2. The Jackdaw is more efficient at it, but you get 2 times the loot instead of 3. But it could probably do it faster. Jackdaw's a powerhouse. 227 million. Ballistic control and a 500 and a Cat of Dark. Woo. Alright. So I was purposely, like, not, like, mean misleading, but, like, I definitely put a gotcha title into my YouTube video on purpose. For the simple fact that it was absolutely accurate, but I told them the net amount that I would get in an hour, which is 1.4 billion. However, right off the top, 400 million is filament, so it's a billion minus the drugs and other stuff you use, which really is only like 60, and the blueprints bump you up anyway, so probably about a bill profit an hour, but I definitely put 1.4 just for that gotcha effect on YouTube. But I was also truthful and said this is the gross amount that I make, not the net profit kind of thing. And one guy definitely got annoyed, and that's okay. He's an EVE player. It is our job to just get annoyed at everything that anyone does. Okay. They do. Mostly it's the... so most of them aren't too bad. The hard shell's like 4 million. the blue and synth are like 5 combined, so it's like 10 for this dude. And these guys are like 15 because of the pyro. Has pyro gone down? Yes. So these guys are probably about... Actually, you know, I probably only use about 40 million. To be fair, Anasir, I could probably make up with it with implants instead. I'd have to price out how long they would have to survive to make it worth it, but... Because realistically, going from 3% to 5% implants is going to cost me 240 million per character. So they would need to... Oh, and keeping in mind that if I get through that many without dying, I've already made so much ISK that it doesn't matter. I'm just better off using Pyro. Because I thought of how long I would need to live, and it's like, at that point in time, I am really not concerned about that little bit of ISK. 1, 2. 1, 2. Kill the newts on you guys. We got some fire watchers as well. Probably shouldn't just go into the cache at 25, but whatever. And let's go 1, 2, 3 on those guys. As long as I'm not in that blue cache right away and I can get a couple of these guys dead, wow, you guys are going out fast, then we should be fine. Oh, you guys shot the same one, cheaters. To be fair, that's not a bad thing. Cap, okay, so I probably didn't need to use a cap booster, but because my shield's going down a little bit, I wanted to. Those guys are both fine on cap. We got another one of those guys down. You guys are going to work on the Watchmen. 2 Fire Watchers left. So I could not do without the synth or the standard blue. That's kind of a must. But I could absolutely run tier 5 without pyro, and I mean synth crash isn't even expensive, right? If I just went standard blue and synth crash, that would do fine for tier 5. Which is still good ISK, but the other thing is if you use pyro too and that got you 1 extra run in an hour, it's well paying itself off that you don't care about that cost, right? Like, I can run about 4 of these in an hour on a good day, and running 4 is so much better than 3. Sometimes that little percent makes that difference, though. Not always, but sometimes. And Abyss and Frigates, you definitely notice it. It's like if you survive an Angel Room with 3% to 10% hull left, that could be 1 shot. And that 1 shot could be you didn't leave, or you did leave, an Angel alive with just a sliver of health on a shot, and it not dying is why you died. Like, it can be close on some of them. You know that. So usually it doesn't matter, but the times it does, it's saving you $1.5 billion of not dying. 88.7. Stack that. Approach origin. Shooting, shooting, shooting. We're good. Are you shooting the same guy? Yes. Don't shoot the same guy. God damn it. Every once in a while there's a Horde in here. I have nothing against any of the major factions. There's the odd time that I actually miss being brave. And to be fair, I mostly tried to do logistics for Brave, which is not my normal shtick, but it's what I was working on. Okay, let's open fleet hangar there. Stack this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 424 million in 15 minutes. Let's grab that there. Doesn't look like there's any hordes for you around today. That's enough. You know, let's grab those 2 more cap boosters. So sometimes I get 3, but usually I can get 4 of these in an hour. Probably about 28 minutes, 27 minutes. Ooh, 25. We'll see. Again, short-range deviant won't help us too much in this. We can use all this blue cloud, though. These guys will melt in a blue cloud. There are a couple snare casters. Those can potentially cause trouble, but you don't kill them first. You always kill the DPS first. Because once enough of the DPS are done, then you are good. So people have tried to get... So, twice. The proper answer is twice. The first time, and they didn't actually try, but they were going to. The first time they bumped my Orca off of the Abyssal Trace, and they bumped it towards... I saw them bumping it. They bumped it towards a spot that ended aligned me out, so I warped it off, and it warped off in like 4 seconds when he tried to come around and bump me the second time. And after I warped off, they all docked up and left me alone. The second time, my Orca... They were just landing as my guys were coming out of the Abyss. And I think they were expecting to see my Draugrs, and my Hawks came out. And I was going to go and switch ships in my Orca, but they just warped off when they saw that they came out in Hawks. Guess who? How are you doing? $88 million there. I had 2 rooms, so the third one had made up for it last time. But Tuesday I had 2 rooms that gave me a combined 100 million ISK, and it costs me 70 million ISK to run 2 rooms. Each of these rooms is 35 million ISK gone. Not sites, rooms, because it's 3 per site, and each site is 3 rooms. So just 35 mil, consider it chopped off every time you go into one of these rooms. That is a couple deviants. I don't think we're heading that way, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do have some other null charges as well. So it wouldn't, because you're better off putting anything for boosts. You're better off putting boosts if you can. And the issue with that is your Orca is never going to be able to target your Hawk in time to actually give it remote reps. I'm very well, thank you for asking. Guess who? We had strep a couple weeks ago, but we got over that, so I can come back and stream again finally, thankfully. I'm going to push my stream a little later, because I kind of at some point in time forgot that I like doing about 7 to 10 my time. So that should be interesting. For Gila, same thing. You might be able to get to target in time, but they'll definitely target and shoot a lot faster. But if you have the boosts, you can get like 3 boosts that will help a Gila survive a gank, and that will make a difference.
Sir? Target the Reavers. Target the Reavers. Target everyone. Somebody fire!
Let's shoot you. Let's go over here. Let's go. I'm gonna make sure I have anyway. Shout out Ho Ho Dust. There we go. The Reavers. Anyway, let's do that. Target these guys. Target these guys. Do some shooting. Paste there. There. And let's drop you a follow. Russian. I think that might be why I've seen it, but I didn't recognize it offhand. Alright. Why is your stuff off? You must have gotten nuded at some point. Hedden, thank you for the follow. I super appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Not sure Ho-Ho realized that one of those Canadian English guys or not, but that's alright. Oh, good, my ears. Good or God? One of the two. Look, you gotta watch out for them Reavers, man. Okay, let's grab this, which has 85 million. So those ones are a little on the lower side. We're about 170. I want to say, yes, 170 is my lower end after 2 runs, because it means I'm hitting about 270 probably by the end of it, and 350 is about average for these things. I do not want to get too close to that, so we're going to go over this way a little bit, actually. What's this? Tracking? I'm fine with that. Shoot that guy. Why, thank you. I also love my Abyss videos. Have you been watching them on YouTube or somewhere else? So, I've only recently started doing the YouTube thing. I think I got something from Twitch saying, hey, now you don't have to wait 24 hours where we used to make you, and we want this put on here. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I can totally just throw them straight on YouTube then. I'm a slacker. I'm okay with that. Oh, T2 Solo Retribution. Nice. Retribution is one that I haven't gotten into as much as I would have hoped to. I should try the Deacon. So, that's half true, I suppose. I did make a very cheap Retribution fit at one point in time to... So this guy has it? I think it might be that guy has it. Let me double check here. Nope, here it is. So I made a 100 mil tank Retribution. It has 2 C-type, 2 of those. It's up a little bit right now. A couple of those and a bit of a slew of that. And then I made a cheaper DPS one. It's only got the 1 armor rep instead of 2 because it doesn't need the 2. And I was able to run tier 4 with 300 million of those. And it was fairly effective, so I did like that. I really like the beam retries. I feel like I have an order wrong here. Is it yours? Starving, medium, origin. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go this way. That's a fair number of starving, but we're in dark, so we're okay with that. There we go. Yours was wrong. All right. And you did not start shooting. Damn it. It's all right. We're fine. Thank you for that, Ho-Ho. I appreciate it. All right. Let's shoot you, and you, and you. Put those back on. So that's the thing about here is that in darks, these ships don't hit you very well. So it lets you get away from them. It lets you reset damage. It lets you, you can tank them for a very, very long time and not have huge concerns. You'll get neuted out. Sometimes you'll just leave it neuted until you're concerned about it and you need to throw your stuff back on. But also, because there's no Damavix, you get some cap in between. So if you need to, you can throw your mods back on and you're fine. And that's what I love about the Hawks. It makes it really easy to not have to watch too closely every single time. Oh, that was quite a bit of shield off him, though. You do have to watch it. Let's minimize that. Okay, he's more or less back up to full. This guy is not going down as fast as I would like. I've stopped shooting him for some reason a couple times. I'm not sure why. Alright, no short... That's why I didn't want to go there. Is a speed cloud. Alright. A, and A. That's the origins. This is the last one. Pretty well. Pretty well. Yeah, I have 3 monitors going. One of my next... Actually, the next time I do quad boxing, because that's something I do, I am going to be putting the camera behind me somehow so that you can see me doing this while I run Abyss. One and 2 on those. We're making good time on this. So 14 minutes left on boosters. That's only when I go up to 6 boxing Annis here. I honestly think I have to find a, like, monitor resolution TV if I want to go up to 6 boxing. And, worse than that, I then have to talk Bell into letting me buy a monitor level TV to use as my screen, and I don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah, Belle doesn't know how that's going to go either. Probably not in your favor.
Belle says probably not in my favor.
Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
You know, I only watched that first movie and never read the book.
And I read all the books and watched the movies.
Did you watch all of them or just the first one?
Pretty sure I watched all of them. It's been a while, though. The books were better. I know, right, Rockno? It's okay. If I really needed to, I could probably talk her into it with something coming up. Okay, let's shoot that. I am fine with going into that cloud for the simple fact that, 1, I can come out of it afterwards. 2, that's a cruiser. It's not going to outrun my missiles. The Damavix I would hit for less damage. The cruiser is not as much of a concern. He's going to run into missiles. He's going to run into missiles. He's got about 10 more. Okay, so I got about 85 in the first 2. This one is 158, so that made it a little bit better there. That puts me around the 300 mark, which is pretty good. Yeah. That sounds about right. Like, I could go that route instead, but I don't want to get a bunch more expensive graphics cards. I can just run 6 accounts on one big screen instead. So that one was about 13, 14 minutes, which isn't too bad at all. Crash Naps, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Everyone, make sure you do hashtag Horde. I will throw it in the chat there for you. That puts you in my draw at the end of the night. If you have your in-game name registered with this here bot that a fair number of streamers use, then you can. I will send you the ISK when you win it. So just hashtag Horde, you'd be great. Oh, I thought that little snot would be sleeping. 332 million. There's not a lot of variety on stuff there, but that's alright. Should be good on most of that stuff. 12, close enough. So more or less, no matter what that said, I was just going to say close enough and go in anyway. Usually I can get away with 5-minute rooms. I have extra things if I need it there. And if you need to register your name, just put your name in there. And you're good. As long as you spell your name right. It'll tell you if you don't, though. It's a beautiful thing about that bot. It checks with Eve API. Okay, so we got one null charge and a sentinel. So I'm going to have these two guys kill the sentinel. This guy kill the null charge. And then we just kill everything else anyway. Lazaire, thank you for the bits, man. How you doing? Are you doing the new faction warfare? Because that is exactly what I would see you doing. Murdering faces and enjoying it. There's so many bots there probably for you to kill now, too. Sentinel and Sentinel. All you do is you go IGN and put your in-game name in. You're a pirate. You used to be an honest little faction warfare guy. What happened? Where did you go wrong, sir? Speed Cloud, bad. Speed Cloud's bad. Speed Cloud, very bad. Alright. Let's try to not die to Speed Clouds. Okay, we look like we're alright. Okay, let's just go around this thing now. We'll see what's around there. So if there's multiple clouds, sometimes you don't actually see them coming, and it's very, very dangerous. I mean, if you're not in faction warfare, that means you can legitimately pew everyone, right? Are you still doing small gang? Lazaire has killed me so many goddamn times that I cannot even. It got to the point where I would get to faction warfare space, and I'd be like, there's Lazaire, better start running, he's probably going to kill me anyway. I mean, to be fair, I had already made more than enough ISK that I was not concerned at that point, but still. I'm not sure if you ever remember me running VNIs with 2 or 3 different Sentry VNIs out there and just running missions over and over and over again. That was before Abyssals existed. I'd make about 1.6 billion. Now, keep in mind, 1.6 billion was worth more than now. But I make about 1.6 billion and in 4 hours, and 400 mil an hour with 300 mil worth of ships. Well, shit, that's still good. And I'm actually, Lazaire, you could probably answer this. Do people still whine about the MWD cloak trick? Does anyone even still do it? I mean, it's down now. They've nerfed the. One sec here. Where's this? Yeah, that's what I thought. They've nerfed the missions, so they give you a little bit less. Stealth bombers were pretty good at the time. That guy's dead. 3 guys left. I think we're shooting all of them. A. Nope, 2 guys are on A. You can switch over to the Watchman. No, you're shooting the Watchman. You can switch over to the Solo. I mean, to be fair, again, the reason why you were the one that I always ran away from was because you were the one who could catch me on that. Now, keep in mind, I've learned a little bit since then, because at the time, I had a terrible idea of how to make safes, Wait. So at my 10-year anniversary of Eve, of my main character, we were talking about like the things that you know and the things that you don't know in Eve, and I thought to make safes, you had to take one character, warp them to a celestial, moon, planet, whatever, and mid-warp, you warp another guy to him, and then you make a bookmark, as opposed to, I don't know, Control B. Daravis, how you doing tonight? Ooh, there's only 3 deep watchers in here. Okay, so you approach that. You're going to kill all these little dudes. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. You're actually killing that first. You're shooting that. You're shooting that. Regroup short range. Nope. Short range deviant is the only one I care about. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Gonna make a couple minor changes to streaming schedules and whatnot, but it should work out fine. Open that. 132 million, so this one's doing pretty good so far. Average is about 110, no, 115 or so. Out of wands, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. That's literally all of you, not one specific person. I mean, to be fair, that is another way of doing it. Nice. I've done a fair bit. Every once in a while, because I'm a bit of a... idiot's too strong of a word. It's foolish, silly, something along those lines. Silly. Let's just go silly. I get back into mining, and I hate it every single time, but I do it every single time. This time it doesn't seem as bad as the other times, because I can go to Pockfin and I can do some wormhole mining. But, oh my god, mining is terrible. Of course, I also currently have 13 accounts. Rokanos, how you doing tonight? Which all do PI. I have 13 PI accounts. So I've done PI, exploration, mining, nullsec mining, which actually, to be fair, wasn't too bad. I just didn't want to haul shit anywhere. And I really... So I mined in like a nullsec corporation area, and they're like, hey, we figured out how much you owe us. Please send us these amounts on your like 4 characters. I'm like, I could not imagine if I had 13 characters. You want me to send individual ore amounts of different types of ore on 13 different... That's so annoying. Yep, 13 times 3, 39. I might have said 36, 39. They're not all up to 6 planets yet, but we're getting there. I think there's one on... So, accounts 1 to 4 are maxed, because they were already maxed. 5 to 9 are newer. Most of them are getting close to maxed, if not maxed. I have to put a few planets, 6s on them. Number... Where were we from there? 9 to 13, 4 more accounts, are my newer accounts that are only about a month old, a little over a month old. So they are... Most of them have either Command Center 5 or Interplanetary 5, but not both yet. I should have done Command Center 5 on all of them first, but I might mess that up. I did mess that up a little bit. So, yeah, but it'll work out fine. Let's shoot this guy. I don't know. Oh, no, I probably don't have enough missiles. We're probably going to have a reload here. Time left on boosters. 2 minutes, 10 seconds might be alright. Later, I most certainly will is there. Thank you for popping in. I always love having a chat with you. I love seeing the people that kill me. Croakroach has murdered my face once before as well. And it's good to see good PvPers around. Because this is the weirdest game ever. A lot of games, if somebody kills you, you rage or you get mad at them. So, for example, I played World of Warcraft, and at the time I had a Retribution Paladin. and I went to a PvP zone, and you could not fly in the PvP zone. So the easiest way to get away from someone is on a mount. However, for planetary interaction, most of them I gave a skill injector to. One large skill injector just to get them up to the 4/4 so I could plot 5 planets on them at decent skills. Might have had a small in with that. So went to... I can't remember. I thought it was Alterac Valley, but it's definitely not Alterac Valley. Anyway, open world PvP was not busy during the not PvP times. And so I go in, and I have a paladin. He can ride on his mount faster than anyone. You cannot get away from me. It's just not possible. So there's a shadow priest, and I killed him. And I killed him. And I killed him. And I killed him. This isn't griefing. I'm not like specifically looking for him. I'm just killing enemy players in a PvP zone. And at one point in time, he switches to an alliance character, and he just starts spamming me racist stuff. And I'm like, block. Makes another alliance character, starts spamming me racist stuff. Block. Makes another alliance character, starts spamming me racist stuff. Block. It's like, okay, this is getting a little silly. Like, the first time was bad enough. Like, did he have to do it 3 more times? So, it stopped. I'm like, okay, maybe it's fine. But you know what? If it stopped, I bet he's out here again. So, I was grabbing herbs. And so I was both making a little bit of gold and looking for people to kill. And sure enough, he pops up again. And I go and I kill him. And then I see him standing next to the griffin. Boosters wore off, and I don't think I care. But I'm going to have to watch, and I might have to pop my ADC. Just to get through the initial damage kind of thing. And I can overheat, too, because I have to go repair and all that stuff after this. So it's really not a huge issue to do it. So he goes, and, he's there again. And he's standing by the griffin. I'm a paladin. So I bubbled, I went in, I ran in, bubbled, killed him. The guards start attacking me. I start running out, lay of hands, and I get out and I don't even die. It's not like you lose anything when you die anyway. But the fact that I managed to gank him in his area was just hilarious to me. So 3 more characters, same thing, just spamming racist stuff. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That's enough of that. I reported it, like 5 characters. And a GM comes on, and he's like, hey, look, we can't tell you what we're going to do because we're just not allowed to. However, I promise you are not going to have to worry about this guy again. And I'm like, sweet. So that amused me greatly. But that's usually what happens in PvP games. Eve is the place where somebody kills you, and you're friends with them. It's weird. Reaper Spawn, thank you for the sub. I super appreciate you. How have you been, good sir? Were you streaming tonight? 58 months. Jesus, that's almost 5 years, man. Forget how long I've been streaming some days. And probably most of the time before that was before I was an affiliate. That little girl is not sleeping, and I thought she was going to be.
But she is really tired.
Nice. Alright, what are you streaming tonight? Do I need to make you take your glasses off? Do I need to lurk more often so I can make you take your glasses off? The answer is yes, I get to make you take your glasses off. Alright, so let's shoot that guy. Let's grab these ones. Belle is going to side with me on trolling you. Have you not met Belle? As long as it's reasonably nice trolling, which making you take your glasses off is not that bad, we're okay. 131 million there. This is a pretty decent site. This is close to 400 million here. No, actually it might be 400 million. Alright, we're just going to sit here for a sec because I think this... Nope. We're better off going to the gate. All right. You're going good there. You're going good there. Yeah, so we all had like strep throat for 2 weeks, but we're better now. Antibiotics. Woo! Reaper says, hey.
Hey. Is that one? Is it Reaper you were talking to?
Yes.
Sorry, I was distracted by the baby. I was listening. Sorry for the delay.
I mean, the little girl's super cute, so. All right, so we got 4 in this hour. This looks fine, so we're going to send you to dock up. So please don't come yank me right now. It'd just be super inconvenient, but I'll be okay with it. I mean, I haven't had the entertainment of that. People actually trying to gank me in a while. It's kind of disappointing. You, and you. Why, hi there, Sergeant. How are you doing tonight? Damn it. Well, you're going to have enough missiles for that guy. You aren't. You are. All right, you keep shooting. You keep shooting. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, your last missile's gone, so I only have to reload you. There, and there. So about 15.5 minutes, and we're about an hour and 5 minutes in. Whew. We all have. Thank you for asking. Dock, and dock. Why are you not reloaded? It's weird. Stack that. 1, 2, 3. I've estimated 405 there, and your estimated is, stack that. 1050, so close to 1.5 billion for the 4 runs. Rain, how you doing today? Just waiting for these guys to dock up. We can, there we go. This goes over here, accept, throw that there. You are good with 10. Let's go repair all, yep. Repair all, yep. Do you need to repair? No, you do not. Okay, so let's pop over here, Bluebot. There we go. Announce that, please enter that one. And we're going to create another giveaway, #hourly, #hourly. Enter that one as well, please. Let's go over here, Scourge, grab 2300. Cat boosters, we want 2. Should be good there. Over here, I want 3 catas. Scourge, 2200. Yeah, we'll say 2300 on you. Yep, perfect. And 400s as well. 4 of those. I like to leave a smidgen of space on him just in case. Then over to this guy. 2200 Scourge. Nope. So the nice thing about these guys is their light missile. The budget for light missiles is they're just so cheap. Most of the stuff on these guys is cheap except for the filaments to run these. Let's run these over here. Let's go that there. Stack that. You guys should all be good. I'm going to leave you guys for a quick moment here. I'm going to take a break. Leave you guys with a 2-minute ad break, and I will be right back. I'm going to run another hour of Abyssals and see where we're at from there. Alright. And we're good there. Let me grab the hulls. Oh, Tech 2, definitely. So, like, some people have been like, hey, why don't you use faction missiles for frigates? I'm like, because frigates generally aren't a problem. It's not like frigates. If I have a frigate room, the only ones that cause me issues, which I'm getting a bit better at, is the what you call them, Damavix. And I have a new plan for the Damavix, so it's not so bad. But other than the Damavix, like, none of the frigates bother me in any kind of way. They're not even a little bit of a concern.
Out, Rue. Out. Out. Out, Rue. Oh, can you tell her to get out of the kitchen?
Rue, out. Come here, Rue. Okay, so nothing negative there, nothing negative there. Explosion velocity, I don't like that on DPS, but that's what you're going to get sometimes. It's part of the reason we use synth, actually. So I'm low on hard shell right now. I need to stock up on that. You're welcome to kill markets. You're not going to kill enough that I care. And so I have to pick up some of those and give them a haul, like 25 or something. 25 is good for like 25 hours of abyss. So only this guy uses them. The other two use pyro, which I'm not short on. Tangling, tangling, starving, starving, starving. They're over there. Looks like this goes into normal clouds. Well, no clouds, rather, over here. I know trolls are coming here, but get out, Rue. I love you. Go lie down. Shooting, shooting, shooting. Good job. Okay, the starving have caught. So, the heavy Damavik room, or Damavik, the heavy Vedmak rooms, I'm fine with. It can be like a little dangerous, but not in the grand scheme of things. You keep your AB going, they're not going to hit you very well. Your primary thing to keep going is that afterburner. As long as the tangling are dead, but that's why you kill the tangling first. Okay, 2 starving to go. The difference there too, well, so both drones are worth using. Faction drones are good because they have a like double hit point base to them than tier 2. However, T2 still have a higher damage output. So if you're in a room where the T2 won't get shot, you're still better off using the T2 for that extra 10% DPS. Just 10%? Shoot that, turn those on, shoot that, turn that on. Drones, Hammerhead 2 is, where are you? 19232. Let's just keep you guys moving. You all have cap. 19232 versus also 32, also 192. I didn't think they were both 192. Oh wait, no. The difference is the tier 2 does get that 10% benefit from your skills. And the faction does not, I don't believe. No. So like the Caldari, Amar, Galente, Minmatar specialization, those give that extra 10% at level 5. So for example, Deep Watchers, you want to use tier 2 drones against Deep Watchers if there's no deviants that are hitting them, or if they can survive through the deviants. Tezzeras, you want to be using faction and getting them back in as quick as possible. Or you might even want to use T2 for that, because you're more willing to expend T2 drones than faction. But that's kind of a personal choice on that part. Approach there, striking. Doesn't matter who shoots what striking, for the simple fact that at this point there's not enough remote reps left. Not a huge amount there, but that's alright. So anytime I don't use all of my missiles that I come into the room with, I'm making quite a bit of time. So this is going to be a decent amount here. We're just a little past, we're both a 4.5 minute mark. You have 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So to your room, there's between 1 and 5. I think I've seen 4 extractions before. I don't grab the extraction nodes. I don't find them worth grabbing for the simple fact that I tend to... There's an anchoring I did not notice. I don't like to spend the extra time grabbing them. I consider it a bit of a risk. I fly differently trying to grab them, and if there's any extra chance that I might die because I don't see a short range or something like that, some people like to spread their guys out to go grab them. I don't agree with that. So I stay the hell away from them. Gila's a different story. You want to grab them in a Gila, that's okay. They're slower than these guys. But I will not be grabbing them in my frigates. A little over 5 minutes. Okay, we want to get out of this cloud. Let's go tangling. Get those guys shot first. Oh, there's only the one starving. That's not so bad. Okay, out of the cloud. Don't have to worry about that. 2, 3. They're not in range yet either. So that's good news. Actually, you know what? That's really good news. Hello. Starving next. Okay. Does anyone... I will give 50 million if somebody can tell me what my current strategy is for this room. I'm genuinely curious if someone knows what it is. Let's go ghosting next. I mean, that's a very, very broad strategy. Killing drones with sphere. Okay, interesting. No, not quite. I mean, that's definitely my PvP strategy that doesn't happen anymore. I'll give a couple more seconds. Nobody's gotten the specific thing that for this room of what I'm going to do. I'll give you until this guy is dead. I'll be a little generous with it too. Oh, I did not draw that hourly yet, did I? Thank you. Close, announce this close, draw, and announce the winner on that. Recon Cav, congratulations. Makes it easy. Alright, so we do not have it. So, killing them outside the arena is definitely an option. However, my actual plan is going to be this blue cloud. So, once the cruisers are dead, there's not enough incoming DPS that you care. So what you can do is, and it's a little bit better than using the edge for the simple fact that the edge can be a little bit dangerous, plus it puts you at your furthest point away from being able to go get the loot. Blue clads, you know what? They can kind of stick around where everything is, so they're not usually too bad. So we're going to start shooting these guys. We're going to hopefully try... There we go. We hit the blue cloud. And we're just going to stop right here. We're going to sit in the blue cloud, and these guys will die much faster because now instead of hitting them for 400, I'm going to be hitting them for 600 apiece. So 600, 4, you're right by the edge. Okay. Let's try this way a smidgen and see if I stay in the blue cloud. Okay, so let's go here, Fleet, Manabuso, Autolink, Character, Give, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's for the hourly. For a second I forgot what I was doing. Stupid blue clouds. Going to go for the striking next. These are not very big blue clouds, unfortunately. I think this spot's a little better, though. And then once we get these guys in the anchoring dead, or at least started on, we'll start heading towards the cache. This guy is going to shoot in between to make things go. You are not shooting. You should be. Jesus, only one guy shooting. Okay, one shot for you there. These guys have more missiles than you now. You can shoot this guy next. And last 3 guys targeted. So when you have just Damavix, when you're out of the bigger ships, blue clouds are actually your friend. Damavix have a fairly small signature radius, and by sitting in a cloud and making that go up 300%, because it affects them too, you can hit them much, much easier. And that means that they die quicker and you can get out quicker. Like, if I get a Damavik room and it is full of blue clouds, I am not sad in the slightest. 191 million, what do we got there? Unstable limit? Yeah, 100 million. Butte, loot it. Fine. Okay, let's go over there. Reload everyone. You're reloading, you're good. Now, unfortunately, like, the only other thing you can really use blue clouds for is, like, frigate rooms or frigate Rodiva rooms. But you have to be careful with those because they do a lot more damage in those as well. Starving, striking, ghosting. This is an easy room. They forgot to throw a lot of stuff in here. Short range deviance, none. Tangling, none. Let's orbit this at 15. Oh, well, it won't help if I shoot the wrong one. Maybe it will. It should not help if I shoot the wrong one. Come on, die. Please die. Please die. Thank you. We're going to kill the striking next. And I'm not too worried about one Kiki. I don't think they have the damage left to kill me anyway, so we'll go for the Rodivas after this striking Kiki is dead. How is that guy not repped yet? What are you got Rodivas even doing? Fine, let's kill him. If we fail to kill him, we'll go over to that. 2.5 billion? I've gotten this one, 1.6. I think I sold it for 2. And I've gotten this one, which I think I sold 1.5 to 2. Now keep in mind, when I first started running Abyss, back when it was cruiser only and they were a lot easier, but nobody knew they were easier, it's kind of weird, mutaplasmids were selling for $1 billion a piece for every single unstable in existence. Well, there's a starving Damavic that I didn't pay attention to. You know what? It doesn't matter. Keep in mind, that was when you used to get a suspect timer for running them anywhere in highsec as well. Like, they made it easier for people to gang people, but it's not the same. 207, this is a nice run. The first run was nothing special, but the last ones sure were. Alright, nope, starving, there we go. Starving, striking, God, I'm clicking the wrong things. Not killing the short-range pylon. Yeah, we still have 10 cat boosters, so you're good on that. You probably have a bunch yet. 14. So that's the thing. There's one starving Damavic. I'm not in a red cloud. He's neuting this dude out by himself. They have fairly strong neuts. They're not my favorite guys. That's why I usually kill them a little bit earlier. I missed this one and didn't notice them, but also didn't matter for this room because where is my cursor? There it is. It didn't matter for this room because there wasn't much DPS in it, but it's a very specific reason as to why I kill the starving Damavics, not the Vedmax first. They for frigates they have strong neuts. You want them dead. They don't neut as much, but they neut a lot more often. So it adds up. So about a little under 16 minutes, and we pulled close to 500 million out of there. Estimated, mind you. I'm not currently using Abyss Tracker. I'm mad at it. Stack that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 476 million. Grab that. 2. No, we're waiting for that to go away. That's right. Come on. There we go. 42 minutes. If we keep at this pace, then we'll hit about 14 minutes left on my boosters when I go into the fourth one. I try to get 4 in an hour. It's not a guarantee, but when I do, it works out really well. Amber Grips. Haven't seen these guys for today. Let's go here. We're going to orbit this at 25. We're going to watch that, see if that looks like speedy clouds. There's no webs, so we're good there. But we may move where we orbit because I don't want to deal with speedy clouds. You don't have your AB on for some reason, I don't know why. I must have just misclicked. We might be fine at 15 around here, actually. So there's times you can orbit and there's times that you really shouldn't. This one's fine. As long as you stay 10 kilometers away from these guys, you're okay. This guy is currently 30 kilometers away, but he is catching up. Later, Rockno, you have a wonderful evening. I will talk to you later. I most certainly will. crap, I do have that. Interesting. I'm like, I can't tell you exactly how much I make tonight because I've already mixed some loot. But you know what? I have the link of how much I made last time. I could totally minus one from the other. Oh, actually, you know what? Miscalculated that too. Because I always drain all the Cat of Darks out of that. Anyway, it's beside the point. So we were having discussions on YouTube about how much I'm actually making per hour. The guy was like, 800 million. I'm like, no. Calm that down. I'm definitely making more than 800 million an hour. And so it's 1.4 billion net. Minus, say, 5% for taxes and a little depreciation. Minus 400 million for filaments. He was estimating 40 a filament. I pay 35. I won't pay much more than 35. So 400 million for 4 runs. So probably in the realm of like let's say 900. But there's two things not considering that 900. And one of them is that all of those darks just go back into feeding this. And the other thing, although actually to be fair, those do get counted. Never mind. Damn it, those do get counted. The other thing is blueprints are not included in that. And blueprints generally add up to a decent amount after a while. I sell them at a discount to a friend, but he still pays me quite decent for them. It's the bulk discount more than anything. My daughter's being a goofball. Okay. And then, you know, there's always the occasional dying and whatnot, but needless to say, alright then, 264 million, that's almost the entire site's worth in one room. The only way it could have been better is if you had an unstable stinking capital in there. I forgot what I say. Oh right, ganks and stuff. So like ganks and stuff do obviously cut into costs. However, with me having successfully run 6 hours of this now, I'm making a crap ton of bank. Ooh, hey, look at you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's fine. Let's go orbit this. So you can, for this, you can do it because there's Teslas in here. Okay. What are we killing first? Crap. Let's go tangling. So, by going down here and going around this, what we're going to do is these spark needles are going to take damage, and they're going to eat up the remote reps that this guy would get, okay? And that's beneficial for us because that means we can bash through these guys a bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can target all of these now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that happened there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Tangling 3, and then once I can get my speed back up, that'll be nice. I'm going to overheat this, though. This one has me this much concerned right now. Newts are splitting, though, so I'm much less concerned. Because with the newt split, this guy's not going to run out of cap so fast, and I can just boost through the rest of it. Yeah, we're good. How many do you have? You have 2. You have 2. Perfect. That's exactly how I like to see it. So now, once I get the Damavix dead, a lot of the newt power is gone, and we're just cleaning up things after that. Starving 3. Now we have 1 on you, 1 on you. I think you're the... Yeah. Oh, both are on you. Perfect. And I say perfect because now there's just 1 left. Like, we're sitting quite pretty. If you look at these guys are eating a lot of the reps. So sometimes, if as you're damaging the Vedmax and Damavix, it can actually slow down quite a bit, and you're like, oh my god, this guy's taking forever to kill because of remote reps. If you split your DPS, same thing. If you go around a tower like this, they spend a lot of their remote reps on these guys who are constantly taking damage, and that means that they die faster, and that is of great use to you. Unfortunately, you can't use the short ranges because we've been over that. They destroy your missiles. But the medium ranges are fantastic. Now, at the end, I just noticed that we have this short range here. Is that anywhere near that? Not quite so much. Once we kill the Damavix and that off, if I really want to watch these frigates die quickly, I can just go into range of that, and they're just going to melt. I could even do that a couple seconds before all of the Damavix are dead. Just because I can then kill the last Damavik or two on the way to the gate. So let's go ghosting and anchoring. You can just watch how sad the Damaviks are when all their friends die. Trixie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Alright. So there's a fair number of environmental things in the Abyss that you can use to your benefit. And the more things that you can use, the better. It all makes a difference and speeds things up. Or doesn't, and then you're in trouble. Okay, so you kill that ghosting. These guys are going to work on the anchoring. Again, I normally don't like splitting up DPS on the Triglavians, but because the Sparking Eels are going to eat some of it, it's not so bad. Like, I haven't noticed much for reps on this guy at all. Okay, let's approach there for a moment. Target that up. Anchoring. Anchoring. And striking. Okay, these guys are just gonna melt to nothing. And it's alright if we waste a couple missiles shooting at this guy, even though he's not in range. Okay, approach the biocache. These two are reloading anyway. I'm not even losing time doing this now. Except that this guy is firing at them, but that's a different story. Okay, you can approach there, you're grabbing loot. Oh god. Okay, so this is already a tremendous amount of ISK in this one. Okay, reload. Activate gate on you, and these two are already ready to go through. Alright, what do we got here? Cryptus, Speed Cloud. It's actually not a bad thing because it's going to end. And then we'll be quite close. There's only a little bit of those guys. Let's orbit Charybdis at 7,500. Hit that. Kill Entanglers first. Regroup. Pop that. And that. Where's Charybdis at? I am gaining on Charybdis at the moment. Perfect. Entangler. You can start working on that guy. And after those are dead, we can all work on Charybdis. Yeah, so neither does Chaos, and he refused. Actually, that's not true. Chaos is aware that there's subtypes and doesn't do anything to fix it. Drive me nuts. But yeah, so if you have to have the type here as well, because that will tell you whether they're webs, newts, or scrams. And at like some of the lower tiers, it's not such a big deal. The higher tiers, it's such a big deal. Like, that's information that you need to know. To be fair, this is probably, like, Charybdis rooms are the ones that you probably need to know the most. Just because if there's a ton of webs, you might fly differently than if there's a ton of newts, or if there's scrams and you don't have an MWD, you just don't care. Like, look at that. There's 8 ships, 7 ships? There's 7 ships that do not have an effect I care about. It's like, cool, scram me, bro. You're not changing anything. It doesn't affect my speed. Webs into blue cloud, that's going to be a real bad day. You might want to fly away instead and get out of the blue cloud. If it's a big one, you might want to kill the webs first. Maybe there's a whole bunch of, or maybe there's one web and a bunch of newts, so you want to kill the web and then kite around the newts a little bit. Like, knowing the subtype of those things is super important. The more you know. Stop that just for half a second there. We must have a shot off at the cache. So Scylla is shield tanked. So once you get Scylla, Charybdis is shield tanked. So once Charybdis is out of shield, dies pretty quickly. Yep. And now we're just cleaning up the last room and we're good. Although I'm not sure what you're doing. Why are you having issues getting to the biocache? It's probably just like slightly the wrong angle and I was flying into the gate instead. Oh, 89. Nice. That one, if that one was another huge one, I would just would have been like, holy crap. It's still holy crap. It's 500 million. Like, 350 is average, and I got 500 from that one and something like 400 from the last one, so we're definitely up this one. I'm playing on 3 monitors, Trixie. 24, 30-inch ultra-wide, and a 24. I have the ultra-wide bumped down to like a regular type resolution for OBS. Like, not bumped down, it's just the client is shrunk on a higher resolution. But that gives me my chat bar here so I can see this. If you're doing if you're doing a frigate solo, you still need 3 filaments, and you still get 3 times the loot. There's some people who prefer to dual triple box cruisers because of that, actually. Okay, I've known one person who would do that. Because, I mean, if you build a tanky enough cruiser, then, yeah. You're going in solo, but you still get triple the loot. And it's not based on how many people go in. It's based on the size ship you go in with. And funny story, if you die, I'm pretty sure either you can go back in or you can just recruit a friend to go in and get your stuff for you. Like, you'd be like, Loki, I died, I need help. Alright, I'll help you. 2, 3, 4, 5. 502 million estimated. Four of those. What do you mean not for abyssals? I've known people who multi-boxed cruisers in separate abyssals. So like they would run 3 separate tier 5s in 3 separate Gilas, for example. Yeah. So sometimes, and fairly often, this one comes with a couple extra frigates. I don't have those. That does speed up this room a tiny bit. Not a lot, by any stretch of the imagination, but a tiny bit. Yeah, this does the Gila market really well, too. I mean, to be fair, like, if you have a decent Gila, 700 million ISK fit, nothing too special, and you use boosters, you should be able to, you could potentially run like 6 of those, 10 of those, in the Abyss if you know what you're doing. And also just the fact that it's still triple loot regardless. Like, that's the whole thing. It's 4-3, it's triple loot, and it uses 3 filaments. Destroyers, it's 4-2, it's double loot, it uses 2 filaments. That's why I just murder the Cataclysmic Dark Market and get all of the filaments for myself. I know. That's okay. Buy them up. I've got other things I can run. We do not want to talk about how many T5 Firestorms I currently have, because I'm aware of how much I can make on those, and it's very, 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 very little cost to go in. I currently have over 5,000 chaotic fire. No, wait, no, maybe not that many. 4,000 chaotic firestorms. No. I agree with CCP on the using 3 filaments. You're going to have to eat that one. T4s is a good spot for the Hawks too, because T4 darks are also quite cheap. And the pay, I don't think, is that bad on them either. Let's go here. Let's go runs. Tier 4 dark frigate search. So yeah, anywhere from like 50 to 135 million. Now, it averages more around 75, but they would be pretty easy to run. Frigates really do not solo well above tier 2. Okay, forever, but then you don't get 3 times the loot for it. See how that happens? If you go 1 frigate with 1 filament, you only get 1 times the loot. Is that okay? See? You know, no one's going to go for that. No one. Jamie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Nobody else is forever. Everyone would hate you if CCP did that change. Because here's the thing. A frigate running with 3 times the filament essentially runs 1 filament at the speed of what it would take 3 cruisers to do otherwise. Like, or 1 cruiser has to run 3 of them instead. It is much better that the frigates get that, because otherwise frigates would not run it. You would too. And there'd be no point to running frigates. If that was the case, everyone would stop running frigates and they would just use cruisers, so it wouldn't be worth it. Oh, nice. In what ship? Gila? Gila can absolutely run them. That's not a problem. Ishtar, I think, can as well. I'm not sure if Zealot can run tier 5. Actually, T5 Firestorms, I was one of the earlier ones to run those. Same thing. It's like, okay, Firestorms are a super cheap filament. Let's go run those before frigates existed. And, yeah, no, I made tons of bank on them. The Draugr, oh, the Draugr is actually a little bit overpowered in my opinion. I could not believe how well it did. I have a solid basic tier 5 fit. I don't really like giving out tier 6 ones. So it's not that Firestorms deal more damage, it's that Firestorms have 50%... on paper, 50% more tank, but realistically, it's actually a lot more than that for the Trigs. I'll get back to that. So, the Draugrs are doing very well. I never expected them to do well in tier 6, and they did. I provide fits for tier 5 for the simple fact that tier 5 is extremely challenging as it is. If you want to do tier 6, you should be able to figure out what you need to do to run tier 6. If you're like, okay, time's an issue. I have to add something that's more DPS. I have to roll entropics. I have to throw on a 905 gunnery instead of a 903. And I have to use pyro. You know, those are things that you should be able to figure out going from tier 5 to 6. And you're like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to use pyro. Oh, I am flying away. I hate tangling more than anything right now. They annoy me so much. And we're going away from everything, and we're killing this tangling first. So, I've had tangling catch me a couple times recently, and they did not kill me, but it was definitely concerning. So, I want to stay as far away from them as possible and murder their faces. Once they're dead, we go for the Drekovics. Actually, you know what? This is not a high hit point room, oddly enough. Usually it's higher than this. We'll see what happens with it too, but I'm uncertain about shooting two separate ones right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. So this guy's almost about to grab me, and if he does, that could be nope, he's out. Okay, cool. There's only two left. Two should be fine. Especially where this one's almost dead. Now, the rest of them I don't care about, because I can outfly... Oh, no, we're not going that way. We're not going that way. I can outfly these guys. What I can't do is I can't outfly them if I have 4 webs on me. I can get in range of them a little bit. I can take a little bit of damage, but I cannot stay in a group of a bunch of kikis for very long. It's not fun. See, a little bit of a tangling, a little bit of damage. Got my speed back, we're fine. The only thing is, I prefer to kill the Drekovics because they don't start with full HP. See? Oh, you're not shooting though. The Dreks were in range to remote route. So one of the mistakes I occasionally make, I made it a few times when I was running other people. I was really glad I was providing ships, but we made it out most of the time. Was occasionally we would go into darks with Nurgles, and it's like, crap, they're not supposed to be in darks. But it was just a matter of turning off the prop mod and just slow boating a lot of the time with Mystic on. And we would generally get out. But it's like, oh crap, Loki brought the wrong filament again. Okay, so damn you, short range, nobody loves you. I'm just a short range, nobody loves me. He is just a short range from a short family. Alright, that's the way we want to go, but way too many damn clouds, and we need to keep these guys in range. So, Angels is definitely the one that kills me the most. This is, like, Tangling is probably the second one that I die the most to. Occasionally, it's a bit more rare, but Tezzeras, if they somehow get in range, they have killed me. That's quite rare. The Tezzolas, the frigates, if you fly those wrong, you're going to die. Those ones I haven't died to in quite a long time, though. Oh, there's 3 of these guys. Nope, not that. Anyway. Okay, the rest of these guys are going to stay fairly close in range, so I shouldn't have to worry about running away or shit like that. I should be able to make my way over here and kill these guys. Okay, so I'm not sure if I lost my fleet last time. Let's take a quick look at, is it interactions, combat log, losses, income, PvP stuff. Draugr 24 days ago, Hawks 34 days ago. So it's been a bit. I've gotten this will be my 7th my 7th hour this week that I have not died if I don't die. Let's orbit this at 10. It's more about just keeping moving than anything. Might not be able to get another run in this hour, which is unusual. Usually I get 4 in, but 13. No, I still have another room, so probably not. 2 rooms would be a little dicey to go through on that. But we'll dock up, we'll do an hourly. I'll do a couple more runs because I do want to not end early, but like I'm aiming for about a 2.5 hour stream. Get the YouTube video up, all that kind of good stuff. Think of some catchy name to give it that'll make everybody want to watch it. I make all the isk. It's not even catchy enough. You have to throw the nice amount that you make in there. If I say 1 bill profit, that'll probably catch some eyes. 1 bill profit in highsec. That'll definitely get some trolls' eyes. They'll be like, "Roar! We hate you, Loki." I know. Nerf Loki! Yeah, go ahead. It's not going to make a difference. If you think this is the most profitable thing in highsec, you are so wrong. Still have 7 minutes and 15 seconds. That's not up a lot, but it is up a little. Oh, we're good. Okay, we're not good if we fly in that cloud. Let's go Drainer. Shit. Stop. Orbit 1,000. Thank you. Regroup. There we go. Time to get our... Ooh, crap. Come on. Thank you. I think like every missile hit me at the same time. Orbit this guy at 1,000. Thunderchild. It's like we shot a bunch of missiles. He went through the speed cloud. They all hit him at the same time. It's like, ah. These rooms should make you nervous in Aguila. These rooms are absolutely terrible. But they're also a nice quick room for me. Okay, what do we end up in right here? Nothing. Well, it's better than a blue cloud. A couple raid trains did come here. That is correct. I'm running 3 Hawks into tier 6 Darks, and I make a ridiculous amount of ISK in here. $119 million in that, so that plus about 300 million there. Shoot you, and you. We're just gonna sit here because we're not sitting in a speed cloud. That's all I need. Not in a speed cloud. Hello, I'm Local the Nub. I run tier 6 Darks with 3 frigates and make giant buckets of ISK. You're welcome to do it too, however, be aware you're gonna die learning it a lot. Later in this year, to be fair, like I said, half an hour, that's all I got left of me.
You also wear a cool hat.
I also get to wear a cool hat. Can you take the peppers out?
Yep, I will. Oh yeah, you also do that.
Alright, what I slack off on is playing more games than just Eve, which I should do, but we'll see about it. I want to be a variety streamer. Anyway. But I'm just really good at Eve. That's the unfortunate part. And I do enjoy Eve, and I've been overdoing it a little on some things. Okay, Allied. I'm probably just going to run another one and use my boosters during it. Oh, that's what I'll do. No, that's perfect. Okay. So, let's go here. Let's go MooBot, create a giveaway. Hashtag hourly. Create. Announce that it's open. There you guys go. Reload, reload, reload. We're just going to pop into the next ones. As long as I have the filaments over here. Do I have 6? Stack. Yes, I do. Perfect. Okay. And we'll just pop our boosts partway through, because I'm only going to do 2 more runs anyway. Works fantastic, actually. So let's open fleet hangar there. Stack that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 318. So even standard blue, synth crash, hard shell, pyro. Throw 3 of those there. I mean, right there. Hard shell, blue, crash. And like I said, instead of hard shell, because these guys are DPS, they use pyro. They have 2 BCUs, so they do quite a bit more damage. This guy does 217. These guys are doing 283. So smidgen under 3, smidgen under 3, smidgen over 2, over 800 DPS. The Angel Room is by far the scariest room we can do. We've got 6 minutes, so we might be able to get 2 rooms out of this. Starving. Oh my god, you're the what? I hate this so much. Okay, we're going to go for the Tangling first. Starving second. That'd be a bad idea. I just want to skim it if I can. If I go out now, it's fine. Okay. We're okay with that. just need you to die. Thank you. Okay, this guy is not web now. What that means is he can get out of range of these guys, not take too much damage, and just kind of fly around be a dude. So he'll get neuted less, he'll get hit less, because it's mostly cruisers left, and they just don't have the best range in here or tracking. And I do perfectly fine. Alright. I still don't like the nukes, but they're not a huge problem. So that's so for darks, absolutely not. Starving Leshiks die so fast. These guys start with full armor and full armor, shield, and structure. Leshiks don't start with pretty well any armor. So you're shooting the wrong one. You're also shooting the wrong one, so you're shooting the right one. Leshiks don't start with any armor, so you can generally kill a Leshik in 3 volleys. And what that means is that Leshiks is one of the fastest rooms that I get. What the hell did I do? Lower tiers, it's ridiculous. Like, tier 5, you're killing a Leshik room in 2 minutes. Tier 6, 3 minutes, just because there's more Leshiks, so they get a few more remote reps off. But once you switch to Firestorms, they don't start with 0 armor. They start with armor, which is kind of bullshit. Because these guys, they normally start with full armor. So sure, you know what? They should have full armor and get that 50%. Leshiks, they start with 0 armor. They should get 50% of 0, not 50% of their armor. So they end up at 30% because they start with some instead. Yeah, but for Hawks, blinding are not an issue. I orbit at about 15. Tangling have the least amount of structure, so they're really easy to kill. Blinding, I'm in close range, so it's not an issue. And it's by far the quickest, easiest room. Missiles are not based on capacitor. So I find starving Leshiks are an issue for the Nurgles and Draugrs at times. 50 million suck. But for Hawks, not even a little bit. Okay, so we have 1 regular Vedmak left and 1 Amethek. You do not get the shipyard room in tier 6s. You only get the shipyard room in tier 5s. Alright, pretty well done this room, and I have a quick second, so I'm going to close this draw, announce that it's closed, draw the winner, announce the winner, and K-Les, congratulations, you have won 100 million ISK. IGS paste. You are that one. Is that, no, that's spelled the same, right? Copy. Approach there, shoot that, shoot that. Let's go over to fleet, paste, autolink character, and give you 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go, enjoy. And through the gate we go. Time left, 125. So, might have to be careful with this one depending on what the room is. Nope, we're fine. I can do this room without any boosters on. We're going to want to turn that on though. Let's go this way. We're going to kill these entanglers. We do have to pop boosts before we go to the next room though. Shooting 3 different entanglers apparently. Okay, so where are you at? You're over there. Let's go this way a little bit. See, I hate how some of the clouds... regroup. I hate how some of the clouds look in here. Like, speed? Yeet? Like, what is this? Normal? Who knows? Guess we'll find out when we try to fly through it. Okay, last Entangler's dying. He didn't have anyone entangled. Don't actually care about the rest of these guys, so we're going to start shooting Charybdis first. Webs and newts are the ones that I care about. Then you kind of spiral in. You don't fly right at them. I do not like you. I lied. We're going this way. So here's the thing. You can control range on Charybdis, okay? And we're going to stop shooting Charybdis for a moment. Because we're not really hitting Charybdis. Take care of some of these fealties. Woo! Congratulations, you sure did. It is already sent. So Charybdis will follow you, okay? So once I'm reasonably... Let's not fly that way. So once I'm reasonably safe here, we're just going to go look at. And shoot you, and you're still shooting. And you can take a look, and Charybdis is flying that way, which is somewhat towards me. Not right towards me, but close enough. And we're going to draw Charybdis away from that short-range deviant so that we can murder it down here. And probably after we kill whatever the next one here is. So once they're finished what they're currently shooting at, we'll go back on Charybdis and just make sure that we can hit it. And we should be fine. Yep, damaging Charybdis, we're good. So Charybdis is there, short range is up there. We're not going to orbit the Charybdis because we don't want Charybdis to move back up that way at all. We're just going to manually fly down here. And this is where, like, the thing that makes these harder to multi-box, like if I run, heaven forbid, 6 accounts and 2 tier 6 darks, is that I have to manually pilot. And, like, I can do a little bit here, like, and then I can just leave it for a few minutes, which isn't bad. And then work on the other 3 accounts while I'm doing that. Shoot you, shoot you, shoot you, shoot you, shoot you, shoot you. Got a couple seconds here. Alright, time to move. And then go in another direction and same thing, alright? Okay, where is this in relation to this? Those are spread out a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up this way a little bit. And Charybdis is a little bit at range, so we're going to let Charybdis catch up. So the coffee cup over here. Charybdis is still up there, which I'm not a fan of. But I'm still hitting Charybdis, so it's okay. Which way is Charybdis looking? Flying not towards that. That's what I care about. Okay, you've reloaded. You're getting low. You're going to reload. And actually, to be fair, I can use the extra DPS, so let's go here and consume. Don't fly out of the abyss. And consume. Okay, this is over that way. That's over that way. So we're just going to fly under this a little bit this way, and we got to kill these guys yet. And Charybdis is about dead. Spearfisher. Okay, shoot that confuser. So, like, I care a little bit, but realistically, you guys should reroll if you get bad effects. No bad effects. No bad effects. every bad effect. Shield capacity, turret optimal, and explosion velocity. Yeah, I do care about those.
Freya's asleep.
Okay.
In like the middle of the floor. I'm gonna wait till she's a little.
I'll move her after.
Sleepier. She's got stuffies and underneath her.
74 millions. That's two fairly low
She
ones,
made
but
a
that's
nest.
okay. So I do care about the blue pill side effects, but I've just kind of gotten used to them, and I've made it an acceptable loss that I should not have made an acceptable loss. You guys should definitely never do it, but me as a streamer, I just kind of accepted it. Another Charybdis, no short range deviants. Speed Cloud. So there's quite a few entanglers and stuff in here. I do not like that. But we're going to be reasonably close, so we're going to orbit Charybdis at 75, regroup, and we're going to kill the entanglers first, and we're just going to suck up the newts. Don't like it, but once in a while. That might have been the wrong move. I probably should have waited on the ADC. Maybe not. Okay, some of the webs have swapped, which means you are going a little bit faster. Let's not fly too much straight towards. I definitely still need that guy dead. To be fair, I need all of them dead. Okay, you're the one webbed. And you're being shot at by Charybdis. That's not what I wanted. Oh, no, I have null charges. I need to kill null charges. Okay, there we go. We're around Charybdis. You're not too far away. Charybdis is not shooting. Charybdis is shooting this guy now. We're good. We're within range. Charybdis is going to die after these guys, and everything will be okay. Yeah, so I care about the blue pill side effects, but just because I'm streaming and I'm lazy, I don't bother rerolling them. Rerolling them is a great idea. You should absolutely do it if you know how to. However, I don't, and that's on me. Okay, we're going to bring this in a little because for whatever reason, even though I said 5,000, you're still fairly far away. So there are a couple different things. So corporate ISK missions. There's a couple things you could be talking about, and that doesn't quite narrow it down for me. It sounds like you're talking about home fronts. I have not done the home fronts, but I know people who have, and they are decent ISK. I think they nerfed a couple of them. If they didn't, then they're still quite a bit of ISK. The home fronts over in agency. Fleet up. No. Counters. Whistle Dead Space Homefront operations. So in Homefront operations, they're like they're built around 5 ships, and you go in and you give a ship cap so it can use a super weapon. You keep ships alive. You kill ships. You mine ore. You hack containers. All while you're being harassed by some different things. And I think the payout works out to about 80 million for 5 people, so it's like 17 million a piece or something like that. And they can be done really, really quickly. if you have the right composition for it. Meaning, you know, 5 people just hop in some ships, spend 5 minutes, and they get 17 million, which is a reasonable amount. And I think you can use, it's all tier 1 stuff, so it's not like you're flying, you know, super duper expensive things. It's tier 1 cruisers. For the most part, they're going to cost you 30-40 million. Another thing that people can do, and that's where the exigent comes into play. These mutaplasmids drop from what people call, I think they're called crab beacons. Yeah. So you can get these crab beacons, and when you deploy them, rogue drones attack you and you kill them. And these are generally made, these are made for carriers, dreadnoughts, super carriers, and titans. So it has big ship restrictions. However, apparently they pay out pretty well. But I mean, the risk is that you're, oh my god, that was actually fairly terrible. 200 million for that one. I guess that makes up for the huge ones that I had earlier. And that cost me 100 million to run. So I made 100 million-isk that run. Terrible. I don't think less Rorquals in there for that one, but Rorquals definitely hoover up ore pretty good, especially for like moon ore, which still is worth quite a bit because you need it for all T2 production. And you have to have a boss for it. You don't need like sovereignty. You can run it in. You can put them in NPC places, but on the Rourke, eh? Are you going to be? Oh shit! Well, we missed that then. I think it's only worth a couple million, though. 323 sell, 92.1 buy. Alright, so it's still 300 million worth then. Okay, this will be the last one, and then we will do the Horde draw. So if you have not yet, please enter the Horde draw with hashtag Horde. After this last one, we are going to do that draw. Stack that. Activate fleet. You know what? I'm gonna jinx myself here, but I haven't seen an angel room tonight. Alright. Oh, this is interesting. So let's go tangling, starving. We're gonna fly away. This is a Rodiva room. And I am fine with Rodiva rooms. Actually, we're going to kill that starving first, because he's going to fly straight at me. Okay, I could kill Ghosting next, but to be fair, I'm pretty sure the Rodiva is the right move. Man, so these guys don't like starvers. The Draugrs frickin' hate them. So the difference obviously being that the Draugrs, if they run out of cap, their spool goes down. And if one of them runs out of cap, that's 50% of the damage gone. It is terrible. So there's a reason I gave them 2 sets of cap boosters. Like, I really wish I had a way of increasing their cap further, but it's not looking good. Not without dropping tank, and they definitely need that too, so. I mean, the other option, and it is an option, but it's not one I want to explore, is I could give them Asclepian implants. Doesn't have to be a full set, just enough to make a difference. And drop a rig for something to either give them more cap or more resist or whatever I want to. And that would kind of help a little bit. Maybe-ish. However, I'm not sure it's worth doing, so I'm probably not going to do it. So, now I prefer Kikis to Damavix just because, again, they're destroyers. You hit them easier. So we only actually have one other Damavik in here. He's going to die reasonably quickly. Where is that? Yeah, that looks like it's in the cloud. We're going to have to wait on that. I mean, to be fair, like, our world bosses are officer ships. Or one of the scarier things that people don't run a ton of is, like, the 10 out of 10s. For whatever reason, you do not have 2 targeted, and I don't know why. Target, 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 target. Or that, right? Or their structures, lots of hit points. Doesn't do a ton of damage. That's what world bosses are kind of like sometimes. $85 million there. I mean, to be fair, like, the world boss in Diablo 4, it's like, cool, nice world boss. Not really that hard. I've done them on Tier 3 difficulty, but I'm not expecting Tier 4 to, like, maybe he'll do more damage? I don't know. If that just means I need more tank and more XP, and then I'm fine. Like... Come on, get back in range of the gate then. Alright. Snarecasters, short range deviant, fair number of strike lance. Ooh, blue clouds. I love blue clouds for these. Although, yes. The answer is yes. Echo, stop. Okay. Snare. Oh my god, so many snares. I now regret not flying directly up there. Should I overheat? Strike lance? Probably not. I'm not webbed yet? Score, bro. Loki, you talked too soon. No, I didn't. This is exactly where I want to be. Alright, there we go. go grab the biocache. So it's not so much the cap stable that I'm worried about, and actually I've made it to cap stable anyway. It's getting neuted is what becomes the problem. The fact that they, like, if you go into a room full of Lesheks, like, you are not going to have cap most of the time. 200 million, nice. It has been a good night. Okay, last room. That's about where I want to be. Drex, no tanglings. Some Kikis, no short range deviants. One starving. So we're going to leave the starving alone. We're going for these guys first. The reason being, let's do that. Orbit 20. Regroup. They don't start with full HP. So if you kill these guys first, or at least like 2 of them, you cut down a lot of the tank that you would normally have to chew through, and you can move on to the next one and kind of save a little bit of time. If you have the space to overheat, it's not necessarily a bad idea to overheat for the first or second one, because again, he's missing 20% armor. He's going to get a little bit of that back before I actually get to kill him. But that's still 17% armor that I don't have to chew through. And these guys are probably going to be full armor, but there's no tangling or anything here. I'll probably kill them just to get it done. And as far as a single starving Damavik, as much as I would love to kill him first, I'm probably not going to, just because I can kill those other dudes and call it a day. Okay, I'll probably kill him next. Just because he annoys me. These guys are already full, so I don't have any benefit to shooting them specifically next, except that I get rid of the reps. Where if I get rid of this guy, I don't have to worry about cap for the rest of the room. There we go. After that, ghosting are the only ones that are really affecting me. Okay, everyone's hitting. That's what I care about. What's my range on this? Oh, right. It doesn't change range. It changes... No, it doesn't show it there. That's alright. I don't think it shows it if I get info on them here either. What about if I go show info? Scourge Fury. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they're affecting explosion velocity radius or something like that. No, wait. It should be distance or... Oh, sure. Alright. Used with Precision Disruption script. So we're on the ghosted keys now. Explosion radius and velocity bonus, which you can't see. That's kind of interesting. On these guys. This is going to be right on YouTube afterwards if you're interested in seeing it anyway. One of the neat things about YouTube that I didn't realize from a Twitch stream video is that any of the ads that were in it cuts out, which is really cool in my opinion. But I mean, most of the ads that are in it, I'm also taking a 2-minute break, so it's not going to be super helpful, but it'll be a little helpful. The random ads, though, it takes those out. You don't get those because it's just upload to YouTube. And as they die, there's less remote reps, and they die quicker. Let's approach there. Damavix and 1 Kiki. We are not worried about the damage. Grab this guy here. 152 mil. All right, that worked out. These two are reloading, so this guy's just going to reload too. May as well. Five guys left. Almost 7 minutes to kill them. Actually, that was as long as I would have for this entire room. Okay, we'll stack your stuff. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Alright, I used the last of those, didn't I? $1.4 billion there. Got a lot of billions in here, my friend. So this will put me up to about 10.6 billion, and that's between Tuesday and today. So, yeah, 7.5 hours. Yep. Keep in mind that's like net, that's not profit. Okay, that one was 14 minutes and 45 seconds. Ooh, that is a terrible idea. I love it. Alright, we're going to dock up and we're going to go into the last drive of the night, which you will thoroughly enjoy, I am sure. Okay, so let me go over here. Manage the horde. And we are going to go here. There you go. That is the Dragon Horde. We're going to draw that. The explanation for it is right here. What it is we have 18 cards left. And one card will get you a jackpot of 5 billion ISK. It started off at 50. We've gone 32 times of somebody not winning my ISK. Tonight, I feel it. Tonight is the night that somebody is going to win my ISK. Not necessarily the big jackpot, but, you know, something. Which is also every night. But that's beside the point. Okay, so let's close that. Let's announce that it's closed. Let's draw the winner, who is No Stress. Congratulations. You have won the Dragon's Horde for the night. You don't have to be here, however, if you are here, I require you to pick a number between 1 and 18, please. And I'll get this set up. And we will go. So let's set this here, this down here. We have this here. No stress, are you here? You do, again, you're not required to be. But I am going to go this and see if we have your IGS here, which if we do, it'll be even better. If you do not have one registered, that's also okay. You don't have to. If you do not have your IGN registered, what you do, just going to throw a few of these in here. You go IGN and you type your username. So whatever your username is, that'll put it in there, and then when you go IGN, it'll come up like that. Or if I go IGS, it brings it up for me. So let me just go grab this guy. Send him a message, see if he is around. Andy Chris, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, crap. That could be problematic. I can't send him a message. He is not in chat. All right. I don't normally do this. However, he is not here. I cannot send him a message, and I can't get his in-game name. So unfortunately, this is probably the first time this has ever happened. I'm going to draw another name. If he comes back, I'll give him 100 million ISK as a door prize, I guess, or something like that. Whatever you want to call it. We're redrawing this one. This never happens. Actually, I think I archived it already. God damn it. Here's what's going to happen. Hashtag Horde. Again, this never happens. The BNAP, thank you for the follow. I super appreciate it. Enter the draw, guys. Constellation. Thank you, Recon. That's exactly what I was looking for. Enter the draw. You have a couple moments. Then we're going to close it, and we're going to redraw this, which, again, I never redraw this. But it just kind of went that way today. I wasn't expecting him to not be here and not be able to send a message. I've always been able to send a message, but just not this time. Oh, Windows of Infinite Windows. Anyway. Let's go here. We will give it 2 minutes. I have to have some kind of time limit on this thing. Okay, so for anyone new in here, what we're doing is we are doing the Dragon's Horde draw. It is a deck of 50 magic cards originally. We're down to 18 now. If the big prize does not go, then you still win a prize, anywhere from 150 million to the 5 billion jackpot. But if the 5 billion doesn't go, we take that card out, and it's a little bit easier to win next time. So we're down to 18, and we'll see if somebody gets it tonight or not. I don't feel like this one's been close a lot. Like, I think twice in 32 cards, somebody's been within, like, 2, but usually, like, oh, God, there's one time it's like, oh, my God, one off. Oh, my God, one off. Oh, my God, you guys are so close to winning my ISK, but you just don't get it. And this one's currently 5 bill. There was one time I got it down to like 3, I think. No. I think it was 4. And I'm like, okay, guys, like if we get, I'm not putting it down to 2. 2 is just 50-50. We're not doing that. And that might have been from more, because I mean, some of my other ones were 100 cards to start off with. Of course, those ones I also upped the prize progressively, and some of them were up to 25 billion ISK for the prizes. So, all right, just gonna close this when it's done. And there's the 2-minute mark. Let's go over to yes, Moobot, close, and as it's closed, draw. Sidewinder Spirit Weaver, congratulations. You are the winner of the Horde tonight. I know you're here, and I know I have an in-game name for you. So, I need a number between 1 and 18 from you, my good friend. And we'll go to that after. What do you mean you don't have a registered IGN? What the bullshit, Sidewinder? Anyway, this is the card you're looking for. The Mythic Planeswalker Full Art. I'm going to throw you right in the middle. Give this a bit of a shuffle up here. His name, I know I still have, so I don't even care that he's not registered. Alright, buddy, you give me a number between 1 and 18. 17, eh? Alright, and you tell me when to stop shuffling. There we go. There we go. 17, just one second, I'm going to copy your name here. Copy. Alright. 1. Opposite end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is 150. Apparently I had 19 cards. The other two were common and uncommon anyway. This one comes out. You get a 150 million ISK. Let's go over here, over here, over here, paste, auto link character, give you 150, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. I think it was actually. We'll throw this thing right over here, and we still have that for next time. I mean, let's be honest, we always have it for next time. I just start another draw at some point in time. This way. Okay. You guys have a wonderful night. Let me go see if there's somebody there for me to raid. I am not sure who might be streaming this time of night. It's a little later than I am Nope. It's later than I am normally on. Okay, there we go. Eve Online. Oh, we got Steve Saban. Steve Saban, Mr. Unlucky, myself, Rampage. Definitely not Dayopa. Who's this one?
Whatever. You know?
Who are you?
Try to do it that way. It's just work. It is work.
American Variety.
But I gotta do it.
Alright, I've never seen this person before. Let's rate them. They have a camera on. They have voice. They're not mining. Generally, that's all I really need in a stream. So let's head over there. I'll pop in and visit for a quick minute. You guys have a good night. I will see you later. Fly fun. Remember, it's okay to lose ships. Try to be as positive, even if you have to use your wallet. That's okay. Awesome. Yeah, have yourselves a wonderful night. I will see you later. Should be back Tuesday, you know, barring me getting sick again. Some of them. And this video will be on YouTube later. Fly fun, blue ships. Have yourselves a wonderful night, guys.
Ouch. How dare they? They're going down.